Loving kindness is the ninth parami out of the 10, and yet the first of the 4 divine abidings, or sublime states, which are loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. Among the 10 paramis, 2 divine abidings are lacking. Those are compassion and sympathetic joy. These are instead replaced by loving kindness and equanimity in the Theravada list of paramis. The reason for this is because loving kindness is actually a more comprehensive emotion that includes feelings of compassion and joy and kindness and serenity. So it's not an emotion that we save and feel for certain purposes. Whereas compassion, for instance, is what we feel when we observe another being's suffering. And sympathetic joy is what we feel when we observe another being's happiness. But loving kindness is something we radiate irrespective of the conditions or statuses that others have. Loving kindness is the result of the cultivation of the aforementioned emotions. The simile in the scriptures describe its indiscriminate quality. They say, as the rain falls everywhere without discrimination, altruistic loving kindness is radiated out without concern for where it falls, as rain does not discriminate. This unconditional love can remain and be emanated even when faced with the most violent and evil beings. Even though there are many beings that exist who are not capable of feeling or understanding or receiving this emotion, it can still be given out freely for the sake of compassion. It is done out of the understanding that all beings are suffering, especially those who are ignorant and causing harm. Even if their suffering is not perceptible or occurring in this life, it is inevitable that unskilled and harmful beings suffer the consequences of their actions righteously. And the repercussions can be more severe when the victims don't likewise hold ill will toward the offenders. Another benefit of allowing oneself to radiate unconditional love, this loving kindness, is the Dharma that is returned. Even though other beings don't always benefit from one's sharing of it, the one who expresses it and expresses this goodwill always does. A good sutta to read that reveals the advantages of loving kindness is the 11 benefits of loving kindness. One is ultimately led to the realization that this conscious emotion is a major supplement to the passage of enlightenment. So despite some controversy, the loving kindness actually has the capacity to enrich the mind with concentration and calm abiding, and the purification of distractions and clutter and ill will. This is essential for the training of clairvoyance and insight. This capacity is what allows the student to reach a state of alert serenity, in which insight can be received and wisdom can be attained. The effects of loving kindness are so that even the contents of the subconsciousness, the ego, are altered and purified to some extent. And this can diminish the many unnecessary, impulsive, negative habits that distract us from day to day, and even affect the nature of our dreams so that they're less frightening or chaotic or bothersome. The uncluttering of these deep subconscious aggregates or egos frees up the mind's mental space so as to become expansive and focused.